Okay, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we are live. Thank you for joining in. And we'll get started in just a few minutes here. All right. So that's working, that's working. All right. All right. So we'll wait until people start joining in, and we'll go from there, I guess. For now, I'm just trying to put in my yesterday's work that I did into my GitHub and merge it together. I'm very new to GitHub in this process, so let's just hope that it gets done properly here. All right. And once I get a couple of viewers in here, then I'll show off the first build of my game that I was working on here. And this GitHub stuff really makes me nervous, man. When it's merging it together, and I know I worked on one feature here, one feature there, even though it's separate. I'm really hoping it doesn't mess anything up when it comes together, basically. I thought I just gave it full access until I never asked. Oh shoot, what does that approve do? Approve one retry of a recent auto read. It's like that. You don't need that stuff. Just do it. Site agent. And whenever this finishes anyway, I'll just when I open up another session anyway and give it the proper permissions and whatnot. I'll just let it finish merging this together, and then we'll go from there. I just want to make sure this gets done properly before I move on to any other stuff, and then hopefully once we get some viewers in here, we'll move on to the game. Ooh. Sorry. Yeah, we'll move on to the game that I made right after I get this done. I can start working on everything here. I don't know why I'm getting so tired now, man. Slept for so long. Okay, looks like it's building it now. Why is my PC going nuts here? Is it really using that? Like, come on, it can't be. Background downloader. That's Visual Studio. Why is that downloading anything in the background? I mean, yeah, like, why is my... Let me just try to... Let me shut down some things that I'm not using, but it really shouldn't be getting that much use. That's weird. Okay, I believe it is done. So let's run a little test here. Make sure it's working. And that was, yeah. Let's see here. So project hero is here. Codex bot is there. Unlock. Yep, it is moving. Okay. All right, so it looks like it is working. It's detecting all the codex instances that I have here, so that's good. Let's close down the app, make sure it does actually shut down, and no, it does not. Not a big deal. I'm sure it can figure it out. Okay, so let's have it fix that, and then we'll go from there. That should be easy. Okay, okay, let's exit out of here. And I want to change this to yeah, let's just change it here. Let's get back in. And then what we'll do here, first thing we'll change to Luna, we'll go medium. And what I wanted to do is, I want you to prepare my workspace, I guess. Yesterday I was doing some work on my ToolTab app, and I did 2 different codex sessions with 2 different branches. One was called Project Hero, the other was called Notification Center. I've merged them through GitHub. I've merged them into the ToolTab. And I'm a bit new to GitHub, so I'm not sure if I should just delete those folders. But I do want to prepare for a couple more sessions or a couple more branches to do some more work on the app. So the first thing I want you to do is figure out what I should do with those current folders, the ToolTab dash notification center and ToolTab dash project hero. What should I do with those folders? Okay, so I guess once I merge everything and commit it to GitHub, then I can, then I guess I can create the branches and start working from there. So I just want to get that done so I can clear that up because I'm still learning how to use GitHub and all that. So, this makes me nervous when I'm doing this type of stuff. I think it's going to be completely. Welcome, welcome. Didn't think I should come live. I thought you were joking on Discord. No, man. It's just, you know what? After that, I was trying to go live and I started having some issues. So that's why for example, I just got a new webcam because that thing was messing up on me. And then, oh man, yeah, my internet probably does really suck. Final step is merging PR1 into main after review. Okay, well, just quickly review it here. I gotta move this back here. I hope my stream is working now. Yeah, it should be working. So this is essentially the app that I'm working on right here. I can kind of show you guys this since I have it open because I just merged it together. So I want to make sure all the features are here. So I just added this project hero, just a simple, I don't even know why I'm making this, just for experience really, but this is just to back up my project folder on a schedule and whenever I choose to. So I'm working on that. Main thing I'm working on right now is this Codex bot. So I wanted to, right now it detects my Codex instances in Warp, but it doesn't detect Claude. I just got Claude last night, so I didn't add it in. I thought it did add in Claude as well, but at that time I only had Codex. But now that I have Claude, I'm realizing that it's not detecting that either. I want to make sure it does actually exe closes. It does, so that's good. Okay. So I think I'm good to go there. So let's, okay. Can you merge PR number 1? Got a couple of viewers here. I guess I can probably show you the game that I was working on. It's just like a small cheap game. I wanted to make a simple game, and I kind of went off into a tangent of this just stupid game that I was making, and I'm gonna make something better because I want to upload something onto Steam and just figure out the process of how to sell something on Steam. So essentially the game that I made, calling it Neighborhood Heist. It's a really stupid concept, but I don't know, it's funny. So essentially what this game is, when you start, you get a random house. So this is my house here, and I got to go into another house while they walk away. Go in. Now I'm robbing their house. And while I see on the top left the coins, I'll get those coins. And then with those coins, I can go back to my house and play Connect 4 with an AI. And those coins is how many turns I have. So if I run out of, coins, then I have to go back and rob more houses to get more, basically, right? So let's see here. I only have 1 coin left. So now I have to go out and rob more houses. Wait for someone to leave. He close by. There you go, he left. This is a dumb game, I know. It's a dumb game, but I figure I can make it into something just so I can sell it on Steam and figure out how this stuff works. Basically, that's just my goal right now. I only got 1 coin. Okay, whatever. Okay, so yeah, that's basically the game there. So yeah, I was thinking that put it onto Android or iPhone. Because like there's some ideas that I have for this to make it a bit better. And the Connect 4 was just a stand-in for some sort of game to come back to your house and do. So I just threw in Connect 4 just for the hell of it. So, but I have some other ideas to make this into a more decent game, right? Yeah, for this one would be better for mobile. Yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent when I started making this one, just because I wanted to create something quick. And yeah, my game I want to put onto Steam will be a little bit different. I can maybe show you guys my ideas folder in a bit. Let me just make sure this works. Okay, so that's all merged together. So, okay, so is it safe for me to delete the folders I was working on for application center what is project still now merge. As long as that's done, then I can move on, because then at least I know the work that I've done before is all safe and merged, and I don't have to worry about it. What are you checking the skills file for, man? It's a simple question, honestly. Okay. Are you using Codex and Claude together, and Codex for reviewing, finding bugs? The rest everything I do in Claude, I think waste my money buying Codex. Well, this is an app called Warp right here. So this gives me multiple terminals. So I have 4 open. The 2 tops are Codex. The 2 bottom is Claude. So there's just terminal. And yeah, this app is free. I love it. I like this layout. It's really easy to work with. So like I still use Codex here. I still have Claude open here in case I need to access it for any reason. But yeah, I mean, I like this work. It just keeps everything nice and organized. So yesterday when I was working on both of those features at once, it made the whole process so much easier. It's a game changer once I started using this a couple days ago. However, both of the features are still dirty. What do you mean dirty? There's 3 on-track research thread notes and project has an on-track package build. I'm checking in Gordon low cost too, because force works removal would delete those silently. Where is the things holding? No, those files I don't need. You can go ahead and delete the folders if they're no longer needed. Oh, sorry. So you know what, to be honest, I just got Claude just yesterday. So I guess I'm still kind of learning that process. I know a lot of people do heavy lifting with Claude and do the small stuff with Codex. I mean, so far Codex has been working real nice for me, but I do want to try Claude. And I know, Sonnet is probably Fable and Sonnet are probably the best ones to use, but apparently like I'm using Opus mostly, but keep in mind I haven't used it that much since I just got it yesterday. But so yeah, like usually I'll use like Haiku if I'm doing normal stuff. Once I start making my apps, I'll probably use Opus and Sonnet if I'm doing something complicated. Even for Codex, I usually keep everything on like the lowest thing, so like 4.0 mini light until I actually start building stuff, and then if I have to debug, then I use like Sol high, whatever. So I'll probably do something similar with Claude, and I'll probably experiment with both just to see what I think would be better for my use. But I mean, Claude is better, but I want my usage to last long as well, and I'm willing to do some manual work where it's needed. My effort is what I use working. Yeah, but so far with Luna, I've been using the last couple of days. My usage is barely going down with that, and it's pretty much just as good as Sol from what I've seen so far, or almost as good. see here. Clean up the folders. No, we're still there. Oh, that's empty. That's empty. Okay. I guess those are gone. We're done with that, done with that. Okay. And that's for the game. We'll leave that there. Okay, so that's done. Now let's see here. Let's go into, let's get this going. Get my notes out. What do we got working here now? So these are all the issues I got to fix with it now. So, you know, we can get started on that. Okay, the Claude, let's set up Nightbot for my YouTube. See, things like that I still got to get done. Yeah, it's really token efficient, man. I was really surprised. Glad we got an option like that now. Okay, so that I can do all that later. Although one thing I do need to do, which is actually quite important, I need to make sure that I can get my my Claude thing to be detected by this. So that should be the first thing I do, and then we can start going down the bugs and issues that I have here, and we can go from there. So let's see here. So now they are empty folders. Native actual workspace being squashed. Okay, that's cool. So let's see, 83% context. Okay, we'll leave that there for now. What folder is this working on? This is working in JPucks. That's fine. Okay. So in my ToolTab app, I added a tab called Codex Bot, which also has a notification center widget that goes along with it. And the purpose of this tab, or of Codex Bot itself, is to monitor my Codex instances and sessions that I have open. So for example, it'll detect them in Warp or the desktop app. However, I also wanted to detect my Claude sessions as well. So can you do some research as to how my app works right now and how it detects the Codex instances and apply that to Claude? Because I want to make sure the app detects not only my Codex instances, but my Claude instances as well. So please look into that, plan it out the entire process, show me the plan, let me confirm it, and then you can go ahead. Okay, so we'll get that going there. All right. I just want to take it slow because obviously now I'm going to begin using Claude to work with this app as well. And I've already built so much of it through just Codex. I just want to make sure everything gets done properly because, again, I mean, I'm obviously new to all this, so I want to make sure I do everything properly. So, and yeah, that's pretty much the game plan here. Appreciate you stopping by the stream though. I mean, I literally just started a few days ago. I barely get any views, so I know I just got to stick with it and push through. So yeah, I mean, I used to stream once in a while before. I tried getting into streaming, but never really caught on. I tried streaming like gaming and whatnot. And when I got back into gaming, I started streaming a bit here and there. I have a second channel for that, but didn't really go anywhere. I'm always live streaming with like 1 viewer or 2 viewers at most. It kind of wasn't worth it, but at least this, this is something I'm going to do regardless whether the camera's on or not. So I figure why not just turn on the camera and live stream it. Keeps me talking, keeps me engaged. And it keeps me working as well, right? Because while I'm live streaming, I don't want to do anything else. So I won't take breaks and then leave it aside, procrastinate, all that. It keeps me at the keyboard basically. So, okay. Generate live world cycles, the optional launchers, such as or support integration for the stage coach. Supports process CLI usage. It does not document a stable local automated character. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's pretty much very similar to Codex. It can detect the instances in work and in like other terminals and whatnot, but the desktop app gives less information to external processes. So that's going to be another issue again. But the desktop app itself isn't really the big issue. Okay. Okay, go ahead and implement this feature to support Claude and try to display as much information the same way as Codex. And I'm a bit new to GitHub, so I don't know how you want to process that. If you want to create a new branch and start working on this, or just work on it in the base folder, I don't know. Whatever is the best way you think, and just go ahead and implement it. The thing with GitHub is I'm still learning the process of it, and I really don't want to mess anything up, man. So I'm trying to talk to Codex about GitHub in a way that I don't know what I'm doing, so it specifically makes sure that it does everything. I don't want to tell it to do something and then it interprets it as something concrete and then does something it's not supposed to. So it's heavily dirty from build runtime artifacts and keeping this change isolated. You know what? I'm such an idiot. I should have got Claude to do this. Why am I typing this in Codex? Claude should be implementing Claude into my app, not Codex. But whatever. I already sent the prompt through. What are you gonna do now, I guess? Okay. Okay, so let's exit out of there because I want to change its working folder. Change it back there. And change it over here. And then I want to start Claude. What's the CLI command to start Claude with full approval, no restrictions, full write access, everything, danger mode, everything? Yo, damn it. Doesn't Whisperflow like save? There you go. Okay. Go ahead and implement this feature. Nope, that's wrong. Okay. What is the Claude CLI launch command to open Claude with full access, danger mode, full write access, no restrictions, approval for everything? Claude, come on, man. Okay, so it looks like that's it right there. Okay, so that's done, that's done. Let's take that, and that can get out of here. Let's go here. Okay. Excellente, excellente. Bypass. Perfect. That's working, and that one's paused. So we'll see once this is done here. Then we'll start going through the bugs list and start knocking those out. I don't know how many viewers are in here, if anyone who might know this, but the real goal for this whole Codex bot that I was trying to do was so I can have my widget. So just say you have your Warp app or your terminals, but you have other windows open, you're working on something, and my app basically is like a notification center. It'll kind of beep and show up when your session, just say it was working on something and it's finished, it'll pop up and tell you that it's finished. But if you don't want to find the window and like put in a quick prompt, my widget or my notification center will pop out with a text box, paste your prompt into there, hit send, and it'll automatically send it to your Claude session or your Codex session and send the prompt out, right? That's my initial goal, but apparently Windows doesn't like it when other apps are given access to any terminal windows, obviously. So it's not the easiest thing to get done. Well, obviously I do have options in there to just focus the window or the session that it's in. And I'll show you guys in a second here. So this is the notification center here, this Codex bot. Oh, shoot. I guess, well, it thinks they're all Claude desktop now. That's odd. Yeah, it thinks they're all Claude desktop. Let me see, more info, please. It should be able to get the session ID, which it's not getting here. And it is Claude code. I'm guessing maybe because it's just not done. No, see, this is Codex. It thinks it's Claude. Because this token's here, that's Codex. Check another one here. Yeah, that's Codex. This one says the same thing. How is that possible? 24%. 24, which one is 24%? Okay, that's the weekly limit. Is there any context here? Unknown context. So 24 for weekly limit. Let's see which one has a weekly limit of 24. That's it right there. So yeah, it's definitely reading Codex. It's not reading Claude. That's 15 and 7. Yeah. Weekly 24. Weekly 24. So yeah, so I guess it sees 4 terminals open. It thinks they're all Claude. The desktop here. Why is it saying that it's Claude code and then it's saying desktop app? I don't know. Again, it's probably just because it's not done yet. So we'll just wait. But yeah, basically all this should show Codex. I'm guessing because when I copied it, this is still working on it. Okay, now it's done. So now let's go to its actual copy. When's the last build? Yeah, that's it. Let's go. Claude desktop. Yeah, that's not good. Because now I'm hoping I can revert back or it's able to fix this issue. Because one thing that I'm noticing now, yeah, one thing that I'm noticing now is that I didn't start a new branch of the GitHub thing, right? Like these are all empty, so I don't have the old version of my app now. I shouldn't have done that, man. Okay, let's try to fix it now. Worst changes in interval artifacts were preserved. It looks like the 4 options that is showing now, it's getting mixed up between what's codex and what's a Claude session. Like the weekly limits, for example, saying 24%, that's referring to my codex, but it's saying that all the instances are Claude with the Claude exe file when I click more info. But the desktop app, I have Claude and codex open right now, so it should detect both. So right now it's saying everything is Claude now, and it's not detecting the codex ones properly. It's not getting the session IDs or anything. So can you see if you can fix it? And whatever the previous uncommitted workspace that I had, can you copy that into a separate folder so I can take a look at it? That's not good. ToolTab before Claude fix snapshot. Perfect. Okay, that's very good. Very good. So hopefully this is going to be the older version. Okay. So see, GitHub is actually working out, man. Actually working out. So I just got to run a build for this, I guess. But at least I have that saved, so I don't have to worry about it. I wonder if there's a test build in here. I don't think there will be. No. Okay. I can run a test build after anyway. Okay. That's a lot of complex there. Let's just go in here. Okay. Damn it. Okay. In this folder is. Wait, what is it doing? Okay, so that's gonna run a build here. That's already done as well, so we'll go back to that. Just want to take a look here. Let's see where it's gonna build it first. There we go. there you go. Okay, so that is working. Okay. And where is it? There it is. Okay. See again. Oh, okay. So I think something's messing up maybe because I have Claude Desktop open and I didn't before. So maybe it's just me that's tripping out on that. Maybe let's try closing Claude down. Let's exit out of here. And we'll exit out of here. So now we have no codecs running at all. Let's see now. Codecs desktop, see? No, it's okay. So yeah, so I guess Claude desktop or the terminals are causing this. So let me start up the Claude desktop and see, boom, see, right away it changes. Okay, so it's Claude desktop that's the one that's causing the issues here. So let's exit back out. See, refresh and it's back to normal. So now let me try to open up Claude. Unknown command dangerously skip permissions. What do you mean? There we go. Okay. And now it detects the one Claude code. But okay, so now, okay, see, this makes more sense now. Okay, excellent. So that's the older version that can go. This is now done with that. So let's give it a shot here. Hopefully this will fix the Claude issue that we're having here. Claude code, nice, work. So there's no session ID. What's the session ID? Okay, so there's a session ID exposed, but this still can't pick it up. So I wanted to at least pick up the model that it's using, but it can't even do that. And that is what, 715? Yeah, so that is the one. Okay. So it looks like it is working. I just got to ask it if it can somehow get the session IDs and the model that it's working on and the context. Let me see if it fixed what the desktop app does here. Claude desktop. Okay. All right. So it's detecting Claude Code and Claude Desktop fine. However, it's still not able to get the session IDs for either, nor can it get the model that it's working with, whether it's Opus or Sonnet, for example. can you do some research and see if you're able to pull that from the terminals that are open, so that way ToolTabs can get this information somehow? When you start a new GitHub branch, I like to work on my project in a Claude code session. So I want to create another ToolTab branch so I can work with it safely. If you can call the branch Claude bot or ToolTab-Claude bot. So I'm not committed. Okay, that should be fine. So folder. I'm guessing it made the branch on my GitHub, I guess, but it should do it locally as well, no? So I created the folder. Like, will it copy the entire project over? Can you plan out how you'll be able to implement fixes so that information can be displayed, especially for the Claude Code CLIs, the ones that it detects in WRP or otherwise in any terminal? It should show the session ID and the model that it's working on, and hopefully context as well. I really want that information to be showing in my app for Claude Code CLI. And if you can, for Claude Code Desktop as well, whatever information you're able to show. So for example, if you look at what information the Codex desktop would show, that's what I want Claude Desktop to show. And then whatever information the Codex CLIs show, I want the Claude Code CLIs to show the same. So I need the session IDs to be displayed along with the model and the context used. And if you can, the weekly usage as well. Okay, so CloudBot is here now. Okay, so now I should be able to go CloudBot, ToolTab. And start a cloud. Okay, so now I can whatever this is trying to do, I'm going to see if this can do it better. That's why I just wanted to make a copy of it. Okay. Okay, implement the features. Just make sure that most of the information is shown only when you click on the more info button. When it's displaying the Claude Code desktop information in the entry boxes, it should only show whatever information is there. Any additional information should be in the more info, just the way it is for the other Codex desktop and the Codex CLIs entries that are shown there. Wrong one. Okay, so that's gonna go. This created the Claude bot for me. That can go. Okay. Mr. Claude Code. Familiarize yourself with my project. You are right now in the folder of ToolTab, and it's in the GitHub branch of ClaudBot. Basically what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at my app. It's trying to display in the Codex bot tab and in the widget. It's trying to display the currently running Codex CLI and Claude CLI sessions that I have running, as well as the Claude desktop app and the Codex desktop app. And it's trying to display information in my app. So you can see how it's displayed there. But it's not displaying all of the Claude information that I want. So for each of the Claude CLI sessions, I want it to be able to show the session ID, the model that it's working with, its context remaining, and the weekly usage. See if you can figure out how to display that information the same way it's displayed for the Codex in my app. Only plan it out for now. Don't do anything until I confirm. Show me the plan first. Okay. All right. These might be working for a while. I don't know if you guys are watching. I think I only have about 2 viewers, I think. Yeah, as this is going, I just got to run downstairs for like 5 minutes, guys. Just give me a quick couple-minute break, and I will be back. Hopefully, these will be done by the time I get back here. Be back in 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. All right, I'm back, guys. I'm back. Let's see here. All right, so that's one's done. Let's take a look here. All right. So, okay, got the model. Claude. Keep saying Claude, man. What happened to my desktop? So if I go here, what? And then it has 3. This one hasn't run in a while. Could be. Is that? I know sometimes that causes that. Nope. But one is working, and that usually gives a status of unknown. But it's weird that it's doing it like this. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know why it would be doing it like this though. Okay, you know what? Let's see here. I'm gonna wake it up because I don't know if it maybe times out or something. No, it doesn't. So okay, you know what? Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm opening this up here. Go to log bot. So right now, Claude bot. This is not Claude bot. What the hell is this? Okay. Build. And let me see what the app looks like. And I confirm banking. So that was what, 720. Okay, that's just when it was copied though. But then why are you looking at the skills? It's one friggin' command you gotta run. I could have just done it myself. Git unable to start. That's not good. Who did that? Okay, anyway. Okay, so this does have Codex bot here. Okay, and it is in fact the older version. Yeah, see, and it says, okay, state unknown, this one is ready. This one is basically working. Like, see, now it just finished, now it's ready. So it knows that one there. Cloud code. No. Okay, so that's fine. Hold on. It would only be working with the ToolTabs file. I don't feel, why is it doing all this stuff with the other versions? Never asked it to do anything. Okay, now it's taking a screenshot. Okay. Remove the limit of 5. It should be able to display as many instances as are running on my machine. So there shouldn't be a maximum at all. It should be able to detect that there are 4 current CLIs open in WRP, 2 Claude and 2 Codex, and then the Codex desktop app and the Claude desktop app. Okay. Also, the entry for the Codex desktop, it's not collapsed like the other ones. It always stays expanded. And it also has a focus app button in that entry, but it shouldn't be there because we already have a focus button at the bottom next to the other two buttons. So, and that focus app button, it seems to be disabled for the CLIs, but it should still be able to focus in the WERP app that the CLI is opening. So the focus app could just point to the WERP app even though the CLI is in there. And also implement the fixes for the Codex CLI and the Claude CLI is being detected properly and labeled properly, and as much information as possible. So, you know, that Claude, I don't think I turned on the computer use thing. Yeah, see, computer use is off. So how did the Claude CLI be able to do it? It's odd. Okay. So what did this do? There's also waiting for some resolution detail. Go ahead and implement the fixes or whatever features. Let's just see here. Do you have access to the computer use feature in this CLI session? I was just curious because I had another Claude CLI session and it started testing one of my apps on its own. It started the app, move my mouse to click on certain places, and it was taking screenshots. So I was wondering how I was doing that without the computer use feature being turned on, because right now it's turned off in the desktop app. Okay. Okay. All right, that makes sense. I just wish that, you know, they would warn you before they just start taking over your mouse, even though I don't have the computer use turned on, you know, like, I don't know. Because the first time that it did it, it ended up getting an error because I clicked somewhere right after it came up, and then obviously I wasn't able to take the screenshot properly. Okay, this one is done. 7:52. Let's go. See how this is doing. Okay, okay. I think we're getting somewhere. Opus, Opus. Desktop, desktop. Excellent. That's what I'm talking about, man. All right, all right, all right, all right. Now, both the Claude codes are off. No, this one is going, so it probably doesn't know. Okay. Thank you, and then go back here. How come it doesn't find it? Damn it. Oh, this app is frozen. Shoot. Okay, it freezes for a second when I try to... Okay, so let's do this then. The weather today in... Hold on. Okay, see now if I refresh it and it's working, it should be able to tell that it's working, but it's not. It's 23. 23 left, so that must be that one. Okay, I do have a session ID, so that's good. GitHub working folder. Okay, so that is ClaudeBot. Okay, so if that's ClaudeBot, this one should be, yeah, GitHub folder. So that is this one, 23%. No, it's not 23%. 35. This is 23. This is 5%. It thinks it's 100 though. What is your session ID? Okay. Session ID. CE7. Okay, confirmed by the transcript earlier. The local session ID. Okay. What is the session ID for this session? CE7 and CE3. Okay, so that's CE3. This is CE7. So if this is CE7, 24. Yeah, it's wrong. And this session ID, I don't know how to get session ID while it's working though. Anyway, either way, it's wrong. It's not detecting it properly. And if I remember correctly, this is, yeah, that one. Okay. Let's start it. What's going on here? There we go. So CE724. No, this is CE3. That is CloudBot C3. Okay, so basically, okay, so we are going to click on, okay, focus app. No, it's not working. Yeah, so the desktop, okay, so those don't work. All right, so when I click on this one, it shows context 100% CE3, that is wrong. And it's, yeah, see, project folder. Yeah. God damn it, man. Can you just fuck off for 1 second? Okay. So okay, so hopefully it'll be able to fix all that. Let's make sure it is not running in the background. It is not. That is good. And okay. I don't know, man. I'm thinking of maybe I should just implement something in the app where maybe it allows you to log into your Claude or Codex account. And then it can get all the session IDs and everything and send prompts to it and everything from there. Another option is I could launch the CLI from my app, but obviously I wouldn't be able to use it in work, right? So that's the other thing. Unless I can somehow launch work inside of my app, or at least wrapped up in my app. And then that way, when it opens a terminal, my app has full access to it and can send it prompts. But I don't know if that's going to cause some security issues or not. So maybe people may not want to use something like that, but it's all from my experience anyway. Did I tell it to fix that? I don't think I did. No, it didn't. Okay. Okay. Output tokens as context. No, it wasn't. I had the context perfect. I think they're both going to be done soon. See where my usage is at right now. I use quite a bit of my 5-hour limit. It's gonna reset soon anyway. I probably got lots left here. Ooh, 75%. Oh, remaining, right? Cool. Okay, so CloudBot looks like it's almost done. This one is building right now. Yeah, that's done. Okay. Oh, whichever this one is, it is detecting them properly now. Why does it have a maximum of 5? $65 and $83. That's 83, and that's 65. Okay. All right. What are you reading here? Okay, so it doesn't need this. Yeah, I think that one is still only having a maximum of 5. I gotta tell it to, I mean, I don't know where that even came from. Oh, that's a CloudBot one. No, not that one. I opened the wrong one. Why is it taking so long to load? Did I run it? Yeah, see, only has a maximum of 5. Shit, I closed it. See, they should tell you when it's opening, man, so I don't mess it up for you. Okay. Silently continue. Okay. I'll let this finish now. No, so this one is actually now detecting 6. So I guess it figured it out. Okay, I'll leave that there and put this on the other monitor for now. I just want to see what's up here. So Claude code context is 25 and 24. Neither of which is real. Okay. Can I run this now without being interrupted? Okay. So CLI focus swap is still not working. Okay. Codec running. Why does it say running for those? And again, it's only 5. No, it's only detecting 5 now. One of the Claude code is not being detected. No one's doing something. That's not the real app, though. Nulled the Space Watcher section. Music, Claude, Ball. I mean, it looks like it's still working. That shows 6. It shows 5. It's only showing 5 entries again. Is that maximum 5 still there? Okay, do your thing. Do your thing. So you're learning everything day by day, and then this is basically the first day that I'm really using Claude instead of Codex. And I like how it needs input. Why does it need input? Oh, I guess it closed the app. Okay. Okay, where is, because there's one thing I really needed to fix here. No, I forgot. I guess I have to wait till I remember again. Okay. Let's see here. Means one-click setup window for weekly usage. The status line command. Okay, don't worry about the status line or the weekly usage. It's not that important. I want to make sure it can work for anyone, so maybe I'll implement that later. For now, though, all the other fixes that you mentioned, just go ahead and fix it. See, only shows 5. So 2. All right, you know what? We'll test it here. We'll put it to the test. An easy way to figure this out. Now it shows 6. So that means okay, so that means one of these is not detecting. And it is one of the Claude ones. It is this one here. So let's do this. Since I'm not really using this one, let's exit out and start it back up. And there we go. Okay, so it was just tripping out there. Now, can it focus? No, it cannot. That's what I wanted to fix, the focus. Okay. So it doesn't work for any of the CLI entries. To just focus the work at the CLI is in. And actually, one thing I want to test real quick since we're here. Startup codex there. Okay. Okay, so we got warp, 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 and warp. What was that? What is this? What's going on? Okay, I think that's opening the app. Update. Okay, so now it sees 7. Okay, so it does focus on these, so that's good. Okay, shutting down. Okay, so that's good, but it doesn't. Claude. Codex hook. What is all this, man? Claude status line, codex. Oh, that's how it's reading it. I mean, sure, but I mean, codex didn't need all this. Test and live computer the same name type. And whichever connects first wins. Pre-existing, not something to change, but it'll look like a real failure when it isn't. Close the app before ready to test. Okay. So, okay. Let's do this. So this is detecting 6. I know this is not going to focus it, but let's just, yeah, it's not going to focus it. No, that will focus that. And it will focus that. Okay. And then I gotta hunt this, not only the information that it's displaying, but make sure it's displaying it properly, what I need, and then see if I can send prompts. So let's get this guy. Okay, the focus buttons that are in the Codex desktop entries and the Claude desktop entries, those entries don't need a focus button because a focus button already exists below. So remove those focus buttons from the entries, and the focus button at the bottom next to the refresh and the close buttons, that focus app button should focus the Claude desktop app when it's selected, and same with the Codex desktop app when it's selected. And if any of the CLIs are selected and the user clicks on focus app, just focus the WERP app to show up on the screen, because right now it doesn't work. I think it's trying to focus it as a terminal, but since those terminals are open in WERP, it should just focus the WERP app. Okay, and then once we do that, I'll figure out the close button usage because it's not doing that either properly. And that one is what, that one is there. And let's try this one here. If the close button is not here, then it never goes away. No, doesn't do it. Still not working. Okay. Did it even run a build? It did. It's still not working. It's not working. Okay. The CLI entries still don't work when I hit the focus app button. It doesn't do anything when I press it. It only works for the desktop apps. Can you take a look and just have it point to the WERP app when it's open, please? Okay, so now basically we have both versions working on the same thing. And I think the one that GPT is working on is the one I'm going to go ahead with. But then the other one has more information about Claude, so I don't know. So I think what I'll do is once both of these have fixed the focus issue, then I think from there, everything should be, I mean, relatively working. You can detect all the instances, it can get all the information. Then I'll decide which one has the most information. And if I can, yeah, I just have to basically choose between one or the other after this. So I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I think maybe the time that I'm streaming isn't really the popular time to do it, or maybe it's just my ghetto setup. I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start streaming like later at night. Um, yeah, I didn't really get as much done as I wanted to. I mean, how long have we been on here now? I don't even know. Probably been a couple hours. But yeah, I think once this is done here, I think we might just call it a day. I can see there's only a couple viewers here. If you guys have any questions or anything, just throw it in the chat. I'll try to answer it. And yeah, I'll probably be back on tomorrow night. Okay. Oops, that one is done. Did run a build, so let's take a look. Still not doing it. It's saying that it should give some feedback, but it's still not doing anything when I press the button. Like something is definitely not right. No, it's not doing anything. It doesn't even close the app. No, it doesn't even close the app. Okay. I gotta fix that somehow. We'll leave this guy finish first. Okay, now I think Codex is about to do its little testing thing. There you go. But don't test the desktop, test the CLI. That's the important part, man. Of course, it was already on work before because I'm looking at you in work. See, I can tell it's trying to focus the warp app, but it's not able to for some reason. You say focus to once the windows hit foreground lock. Yeah, exactly. Let's make it robust. Please make it robust. See, in this one, it's already got kind of like the UI down. How it only expands when I hover over it. The other ones didn't kind of do it in a weird way. It always has one. Oh, there you go. Okay. Now it's doing it. See, it's doing that on its own. Like, perfect. It's running a build. So this one should work. I think I might just stick with the Claude one then. This is how it's going to be. And it's much more sense to do it this way. So 834. So it did run a build. I could probably test it. Oh, yeah, see, I knew it was going to test. That's why I didn't want to open it myself. Yeah, it works. Desktop, focuses, warp. Ah, damn it. Yeah, I think I might just stick with the Claude one then. It just seems to be doing a much better job at implementing all these features that I needed to do. Okay. I'm pretty sure this one should be working now. Okay. Let's see if we can get Claude to fix how this kind of looks. Okay, so what I wanted to do first is that desktop is always expanded. I want it to only expand maybe when I click on it, and then it should stay. Yeah. Okay. So in the Codex bot tab, when the user is hovering over these entries, they should all be like in a collapsed state and should only expand once the user clicks on it. Right now, for some reason, the Codex desktop entry is always expanded no matter what. And the rest of them will expand when the user puts their mouse over top of it. Except for the Claude desktop entry, that one only expands when it's clicked on. The CLI ones expand only when they're hovered over. They should all act the same. They should all be the same size when the app starts. And when the user clicks on one, then it should expand. And also the scrolling is a little bit weird. It only scrolls when I put the cursor around the border of the AI activity window that's in the tab of Codex bot. And try to make it very smooth scrolling, because I noticed in the external widget for Codex bot, the scrolling is very weird. It jumps up and down. So can you make it smooth and nice and slow? But first fix the entries. They should all be the same size and only expand when they're clicked on. Okay, so we'll leave that be. If Claude is able to make it look as nice as the GPT one, then I'll probably go with the Claude one because it's giving me much more information on the Claude instances. And I think that's pretty much what we're going to call it a night, guys. I'll be on tomorrow streaming, and then we'll go from there. I got a lot more bugs and whatnot that I want to fix on this. Plus, I got another game that I got to get started on. So I got a lot of vibe coding coming up. So stick around, subscribe, notification bell, the whole deal. You know what it is, and we'll go from there. Hopefully, I'll see you guys back in the stream here tomorrow.